Imagine a routine probation review hearing. Now imagine that hearing erupting into absolute chaos, with the defendant making a desperate dash for freedom, throwing punches, and a judge stepping directly into the fray to take him down. This isn't a movie scene. This is exactly what unfolded in a Washington state courtroom.
We're in Chehalis, Washington for a case review hearing. 29-year-old Chance Justin Smith has been convicted of burglary and 2 counts of assault on a law enforcement officer. 4 years earlier, police say Smith broke into a business and then attacked 2 officers when they were arresting him. He pled guilty, was sentenced to 3 years probation, and ordered to complete a substance abuse program.
Today, we're dissecting a truly unbelievable incident outside of Chehalis, Washington. Our story centers on 29-year-old Chance Justin Smith, who had previously been convicted of burglary and 2 counts of assault on a law enforcement officer back in 2021. As part of a plea deal, Smith received a 3-year probation sentence, contingent on his completion of a substance abuse program. But things took a drastic turn during a case review hearing before Judge Jolie Yeager, when Smith's attendance record at treatment became a critical issue. What started as a status update quickly escalated into a full-blown courthouse brawl.
Today, Smith appears in court before Judge Jolie Yeager to discuss the status of his treatment. Smith is represented by attorney Christopher Baum. The judge is not happy with the defendant's reportedly poor attendance record at treatment, and when she brings it up, Smith seems to become agitated. That's when a court security officer, Jamie McGinty, approaches Smith. And when the judge orders that the defendant be remanded into custody, Smith takes off. He grabs his jacket and makes a beeline for the elevators, with Officer McGinty right on his tail.
All right, this is the pivotal moment where everything goes sideways. The judge has just ordered Chance Smith remanded into custody. This means his probation has likely been revoked, and he's facing time in jail or prison for his original convictions because he failed to comply with the terms of his release. This isn't just a minor infraction. A probation violation can lead to the full execution of an underlying sentence, or a new harsher sentence, especially when it involves failing to complete court-ordered treatment. Smith's decision to flee, to make a beeline for the elevators, isn't just a physical act. It's a new crime in and of itself. Under Washington law, specifically Revised Code of Washington, RCW 9A76110, escape in the first degree involves escaping from official detention while being held for a felony. Given his prior convictions, this immediately elevates his situation from a probation violation to a serious felony escape charge, significantly increasing his legal jeopardy.
As Smith presses the elevator button, McGinty removes his taser and points it at the defendant. Smith continues arguing with the officer as the prosecutor and defense attorney enter the hallway. Despite the threat of being tased, the defendant ignores the officer's commands and steps into the elevator.
What we're seeing here is a direct confrontation and a complete disregard for lawful orders from a court security officer. Officer McGinty has drawn his taser, which is a less lethal weapon, indicating an intent to use force if necessary to prevent escape and gain compliance. The fact that Smith ignores this clear threat and continues to argue, even stepping into the elevator, demonstrates extreme defiance and a significant escalation of his resistance. This non-compliance forms the basis for potential charges like resisting arrest under RCW 9A76040, which occurs when someone knowingly prevents or attempts to prevent a peace officer from accomplishing a lawful arrest. Furthermore, his verbal arguments, depending on their content, could also contribute to harassment charges. The presence of the prosecutor and defense attorney in the hallway also highlights the public and serious nature of this unfolding incident, showing it wasn't a hidden event, but one witnessed by legal professionals.
Prosecutor Jonathan Meyer steps in to help as well. Within a few minutes, several additional deputies arrive and help place Smith in cuffs.
So what happened to Chance Justice Smith after this jaw-dropping courthouse spectacle? Well, the situation did not improve for him. Following the incident on May 29, 2025, Smith was immediately booked into the Lewis County Jail. He was held without bail on his original 2021 case due to the probation violation. In addition to that, he faced a fresh set of serious charges: 1 count of first-degree escape, 1 count of second-degree assault, 1 count of third-degree assault, and 1 count of felony harassment. The Lewis County Superior Court set his bail for these new charges at an additional $100,000, reflecting the severity of his actions. His arraignment for these new charges was scheduled for Thursday, June 5, 2025. At the time of this reporting, the judicial process for these new escape and assault charges would be ongoing, but it's clear that Chance Smith's decision to flee and fight in custody massively compounded his legal troubles, placing him squarely back in custody and facing a potentially much longer prison sentence.